Hello guys, TF14 Prime here, back again with another review. Today we're going to be reviewing Studio Series 100 Bumblebee from Rise of the Beast and Cheetor. First, let's start with Bumblebee. So, let's just move his joints. Here we have B. And you can see that I gave him paint jobs, especially mostly on his blade, because that thing was very plain when it came out of the box. Even on his shoulders, on his head too, I gave him paint jobs. And his feet, and on the doors too. And I think on one side, I did once on this. But the detail is, especially in the middle part, you see like what is that, like a display? I don't know what that is. And you got the mechanical detail on his arm. I always forget to do this, man. His fists are also very detailed. Little spots right there I added, if I can focus on that. There we go. You turn him around, yeah, that's just card. Everything in here, the car, you can tell this is literally most of the car. The front is the best way to keep him looking like this. Oh, and also that head sculpt. Look at that. I think that they put too much blue on the eyes, so it looks a little too much blue. I think it's perfect. So for his weapons, he has this little cannon. I also painted just a little bit, not too much. Just a peg right there, and you just like that. Pew, 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 bang, bang. He also comes with this blade that I painted because it was just yellow. The whole thing was yellow, like that. And it has two pegs you could just attach right there. You can store them on B. I can't. That one's kind of hard to remove. This one goes right here. Yeah, right here. You attach right here, and it plugs. This little slit goes into that tab right there, and you just. And then for this one, there's an angle at the window right here, and then the tab right here that tabs into the blade right here. So you just push it in, and there you go. There's your storage for the weapons. Now for articulation, we have a ball joint at the head, like that. He also has ball joint at the shoulder, so he can go out and 360. But this part blocks his way, so but he can't go up that far, and his arms can go out that far. Swivel at the elbow, I guess that's what you call it, and bend a little bit more than 90-degree bend on the elbow. Nothing on the wrist. He does have a waist swivel, but it will be limited because of his backpack right here. So but you can still, if you move it out of the way just a little bit, it still works. He has a ball joint at his hips, so he can go up, out that far, and back that far. And his legs can go out that far. And a swivel here at his thighs. A bend at the knee. I think that's literally 90 degrees. And then for his foot, you got a pivot like that. And that's pretty much, and a swivel. So you can, on my copy, it's his thigh swivel that's really loose, so he can kind of barely stand. Oh, and on this leg, the ratcheted knee does not work that much. It's like really flimsy. So there we go. There's Bumblebee. If I can put him over there, fix him up. Now on to Cheetor. Okay, here's Cheetor. He is. Also very mechanical. I have watched Beast Wars. I've watched half of season 1, and just to say, he barely. So yeah, I have watched half of season 1 of Beast Wars. I mean, it does look. I mean, the head sculpt doesn't look that much like Cheetor from Beast Wars. I mean, the design itself barely looks like Cheetor from Beast Wars. He had that cat the Cheetor face right here in the front. But I mean, the design is really cool. He's really posable. And then they use like this gunmetal and what, like brownish orange? I don't know how you say that. Yeah, they have this gunmetal and that brownish orange that they have, and that this grayish color. I don't know what it is. But there he is. And for his accessories, his only accessories are his blades, or the blade, or bow staff, whatever you call this, like this. There's two tabs that you just put together. And it's kind of hard to tell which side goes with which, because sometimes, but you have to remember that these two tabs right here, they go on the same side, so you just tap them in like that. He can hold them separately, like that, so you can get some, you know, like that type of stuff. Or you could tap the whole thing attached. Wait, it's kind of hard to do. If I could, come on, just shove it the same way. Here you go, you got the whole staff onto his hand. He can store them right like this. Wait, on the tabs I was talking about, on his back like that. So there's the storage on his back. Now for articulation, he has, I think that's a ball joint at the end. Yeah. So he can look up that far and down that far, 360. And then the shoulders, they can move out like that. They're like 102 Optimus Prime shoulders. But if you move this out of the way, you can bend it like that, so it looks natural. There's like a whole thing going on in here. I don't know what it is, but like there, you got that going on. You can like work it. His arm is on a swivel, so it can go around 360. Bicep swivel, bend at the arm. He has a swivel at the wrist, and I don't know if you count this as articulation, but that's it. And then you also have waist swivel, and his legs can go forward that far, and it can go back that far. And they can spread like that. And he has thigh swivel, I don't know what you call that, knee swivel, whatever. And 90 degree, I think that is exactly 90 degrees too. Bend on his knee. And then he has a pivot. And I mean, if you count this as up, but that's mostly for the transformation. So there you go. Size comparison time. And also, this guy took me a whole 2 minutes to stand. That's how loose his thighs are. Okay, let's go. Here we have Studio Series Mirage next to these guys. Studio Series Battle Chat. Here's my previous review, Studio Series Skywarp. And finally, and here's B with his other counterparts. Now for the transformation. So first, what you want to do, you want to come to his back and just flip out everything. Next, what you want to do is do the legs. You want to flip out these panels like this, and boom. Then you want to twist this back part like that, and then like twist, use that swivel right there, and then just push everything in. And you want that little tab right there to overlap this little slab. So there you go. And same thing on the other side, like that. Now, what I do, you want to twist his front part of the car like that, and then you want to untap it from his chest area, I guess you want to call it like that, and just swivel it all the way around. And then you want to bring this whole part forward and just swivel it, move it forward. Then you just press this down, and that will put these. Sometimes it won't do it, but you gotta. Sometimes it just puts them straight already. So then now what you want to do is tab these two legs together already, like that. If I can do it, because it's kind of hard for me to do it. And there we go. Then you tab. What I do, tab in the doors, And then now you just bring in the arms like that. You can do the same thing on this right there. We go. Then I tab these things in the front tires. And then there's this little tab on the arms that tab right there into the same thing on the other side. There we go. And there's the Camaro. I'll be for real, this is my favorite car, like, ever. I love these 1974 Camaros. I love it. And especially this off-road mode that we saw in the movie was really cool. But it was kind of random because, like, it came out of nowhere. Like, when did he have time to, like, do all of this, you know? He just came up with this, like, randomly. But yeah, and you can also see I added some silver on top of here and on the headlights right here. And on the door handles. Well, there's B's off-road Camaro. Oh, before I forget, I forgot about the weapon storage. So for the blade first, there's a tab right here on the blade that will tab into that slot right there. You just put it in, and there you go. That's a very clean storage. You don't really see it. But for the gun, those two tabs are gonna work, and there's a little I can't tell if you see it. It's right there. It's right there. So you're gonna grab the gun, use the bottom peg, and you're just gonna plug it in. There you go. You got that storage working like that. Now onto Cheetor. So first thing you want to do, well, I do, whip out that tail, bring these fur pieces and just swing them back behind his arm, then swivel these his hands like this until they're facing, the paw is facing front, and you just same thing on the other side. Then what you want to do is grab his head and push it forward, and that will untap the whole front chest piece, and then grab this gray part and just untap it like that and swing out the head for the cheetah. Then you want to grab this little piece right here and just pull it out like that. So now you want to push in the head like back, tab it in, and tab the back part in. Now for the front legs of the Cheetor, you want to swivel it to the side, and there's a tab on the cheetah head right there that will tab into the shoulder. Thing on the other side, and then you want to swivel the arms back like that to get the full cheetah experience. Now for the back legs, you want to put them like you're pulling them forward, like he's kicking. Swivel the thigh swivel, I guess you can call it that. Bring out his shins like this, and there's a tab right here in the shin that will tab into this hole. Do that. Then you want to bring back the knee, pull it all the way back, then bring back this part like that, and then put his feet up. And we have cheetah mode there. So this is, I mean, it looks really cool. It's like a mechanical cheetah. It looks like that. Is that we saw this mode the entire movie and barely saw the robot mode. Like, what? They hyped that, and they hyped the final battle scene so much in the trailers. Like, they were gonna be in robot mode for like most of the movie. Nope, they stayed in this mode until the final battle, and that's it. That was the only part that we saw them transform. And so for articulation for this, you got, for the cheetah mode, you got up and down at the tail just here, which kind of sucks. You can put these legs back like that, but I wouldn't recommend it because you got to keep this thing tabbed into his butt, so like that. You can move these two if you want, and also these back legs, I just don't, because it doesn't look natural. And for the front, stick the same as the arms, 90-degree bend, swivel at the paw. The head is, I think it is on a ball joint, but it does barely move. Like, you can, it moves. Like, you got a swivel 360, and it has a hinge on the jaw, like that. So there we go. Oh, and also for storage, it's the same thing as the roll mode. The tabs, tab in right there, and there we go. That's it for Cheetor. For size comparison, we have my previous review, Skywarp, Studio Series Sideways, Studio Series Mirage, Studio Series Battle Trap, Studio Series Optimus, and Bumblebee with his brethren. Overall, they're both really great figures. Bumblebee has a little bit of quality issues, like his thighs being really loose over time. But overall, I give Bumblebee a 7.5 out of 10 and Cheetor an 8 out of 10 because he's a very great figure. His transformation is really easy, not super complex, and he has a lot of posability. Alright guys, and please like and subscribe for another video, because the next one might be a little good.